how much is throwing, getting the ball in the strike zone going to be the focus thing moving into Houston?
Yeah, I mean, I'm confident with the guys we have on the weekend. I think our problem right now is figuring out getting Tuesday shirt up. So, I mean, those guys have done nothing but do that. So, that's not going to be a thing with those guys.
What did you see from the two kids making their collegiate debuts tonight on the?
Yeah, I mean, they did fine. I mean, but they got to be better. I mean, you give up a free base in an inning that ends up, homer, turns into a big homer. But yeah, they're gonna be fine. It was fine. It just debut or not debut. I mean, you're here, you're pitching, so you got to execute. I thought Aiden did a nice job. We just, we wanted 2 innings to get out of there. But yeah, I think that they can build off some of it, but at the same time, building off and getting it done are 2 different things.
And Coach, apart from the 3rd inning, your bullpen was able to contain Texas State to just 1 run. What kind of confidence can you build in your bullpen apart from the outcome of the game?
Yeah, I mean, there's one pretty bad inning, but I think on the night we had 10 walks, 2 hit by batters, 1 intentional walk, so we're 12 or 13 free passes. Yeah, I mean, there's going to try to find a bright spot. Yeah, that back half was good, and just offensively, they kept us within striking distance, and we weren't able to put things together.
It's the first time we got to talk to you since Gavin's news came out. Just what kind of hit is that to you guys and your team?
Yeah, I mean, Gavin Grahovic's a remarkable player, human, teammate, person. Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, it definitely hurts. Anyone loses a player like that, it hurts. But I mean, we got. You're never going to replace a guy like Gavin. But at the same time, I think we got a lot of other good players. I think we're going to run Sawyer out there, and he's a heck of a player, man. So he different type of player, but he brings something different. But I feel really confident with him out there.
And to that end, it seemed like Wyatt had a few real tough plays to make over there, and he was pretty flawless. What did you like from his?
He's continued to work at third, and he works at his tail off every single day. So it was not surprising at all. Like he played over there a lot in the fall, so he got a ton of reps, and most of his extra work had to come when he was playing second base. So not shocked at all that he was able to make those plays.
When it comes to your offense, what were Tovar and Valentin doing to hold you down?
They were just they were mixing pitches, doing a good job, throwing strikes. We just didn't capitalize once again. So I guess maybe a little better, but again, we got to be better than we were tonight.
And is Gavin, is his surgery scheduled for later? Has he been able to do that yet?
Yeah, it'll be next Wednesday.
Gotcha. What do you guys like about putting Caden in the leadoff spot in place of Gavin tonight?
I mean, Caden's a really good hitter. Just how the lineup balanced out. I think he was hitting 7th for us at the time was appropriate. And he's I just like what he brings to the table from a skill standpoint, just like a toughness competitor standpoint. I want him in the box as much as possible, so we'll continue to roll him out there in the leadoff spot this year.
I know losing Gavin's not obviously ideal at all, but just how fortunate are you guys to have a guy like Wyatt who's got a lot of experience at third base that y'all can move him over there in this situation?
Yeah, I think we're all kind of seeing what type of player Wyatt is. That's what we expect out of him. That's what he expects out of himself. We need the rest of our guys to kind of have that same mentality that he brings to the time he plays. And he's a leader in there, so I'm confident him and other guys and myself will get these guys going.
What was the message to the club and the pitching staff in particular after a night like this?
I'm not talking to them tonight. We're gonna meet tomorrow. Just let them stew on this a little bit. Let me stew. Let's process it. Just want to make sure I say the right things to them and not speak out of too much emotion. So we'll meet tomorrow before practice, and we'll hammer it all out then.
With 2 losses in a row, just how eager are you to get back to, maybe this weekend being such a long weekend?
Yeah, I'm just eager to get to practice tomorrow. Get to practice, get to work, get recentered, and try to figure out, who we are, what we are, and what we want to be. Because it looked like tonight there was a team out there that was desperate to win, and it wasn't us. I mean, credit to them. They did an amazing job. They're super well coached. How hard they play and how they grind every single at bat. I think we could take something from that because to me there's 2 different ball clubs tonight, and to be honest with you, I mean we got out of some jams where that could have been worse than what it was. So I mean Keel makes that play. Grant has that big strikeout with bases loaded. Like those are swinging the bat away from it. Not even being within reach. So we the score to me was larger than what the outcome was, and it's just. It's on me to get them right, and we will. So we got a lot of season to play. That's the beauty of it. Right now, this is feels terrible. But at the same time, we ain't quitting. There's no quitters in that locker room, and there's not one right here, so we're going to keep going.
Do you have any update on just with Josh Stewart, where he's at after a couple days removed from?
Yeah, we're still kind of evaluating it. Hopefully, I think best case scenario, a couple weeks to a few weeks. Just still not sure. Got to get him a brace for his knee that'll come in here soon, and then kind of just evaluate it day to day and get a timetable. He won't pitch. I won't anticipate this weekend. No, I mean probably definitely not. We'll just see moving forward. Just day-to-day basis, reevaluate to see how close we can get him back.
Just one more on Gavin's situation too. Just was that something that had flared up before the season, or was that something that transpired as the game started to play out with you guys?
Gavin had a little bit of a shoulder issue last season. Rehabbed it, got back to work. He was great. Coming into the spring, no issues. Had a little bit of issues. Really flared up on him in preseason practice. We talked to doctors, and I'm big about take care of our guys, and they thought he couldn't injure it any further with the brace on, so that's why I was comfortable playing him. But then I think we all saw it just got to a point, and me and Gavin talked before, he couldn't go without trying. And there's situations with that injury where you can play. I think it just got to the point where it was just tough to watch and tough on him, and I just. It just wasn't what was best for him moving forward. And, we met yesterday. He was super upset. He wants to play, but it's just not, it just wasn't in the cards, man. He wanted to give it a try, but I just don't want him to get injured any further. And, it's tough. I feel terrible for him, and he's worked really, really hard, but at the same time, we need to get this thing done so we can get him back and ready and rolling the next season, because we let it linger, and we're creeping into next year because it needs to get fixed.
With the way that your weekend guys have played, is it exciting this weekend to get an opportunity to go against some good competition in that kind of venue?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're not excited to play after that, you're crazy. So, but again, I'm just ready to practice tomorrow.
Sticking with updates, what's the latest on Caden's Earl?
Still just same kind of Stewart day by day. We're not pushing it. It's a hamstring pull. He pulled it pretty good. So he's not. I don't anticipate him being available this weekend or maybe even the next. So we're just going to kind of try to see where we're at with him. Hopefully by the Bama series would be nice. But again, it's real fluid, just depending on how he feels, and we can't put him in a situation where he has a setback and then it gets even further. And obviously, I think we need him out there, and everyone wants to see him. But with Gavin being out too, it's a situation where it actually makes it less urgent. Where you got to be sure because we can't have any setbacks with him where we're losing for a longer period of time.
And just what do you see as just the value of playing an early season tournament like you guys are going at this weekend in Houston?
Yeah, it's nice to get you the experience tournament feel, 3 different teams. You kind of just, you take BP on Thursday, and then you kind of just show up to the ballpark and hit in the cage and go play. So I think there's some beauty to that. But yeah, it's going to be obviously a really, really good competition. Arizona's an awesome team, Oklahoma State, same thing, and Rice. So we got our hands full, but we just got to have a good practice tomorrow.